I just looked at my bank account and we need to talk. I spent the entire year making YouTube videos, got 20 million views. I spent hundreds of hours editing and flew all over the world with my camera, but the number YouTube sent to my bank may surprise you. But first, why am I telling you this? Let's face it, I know money is like a really awkward topic to talk about. It's rude to ask about someone's money situation. And while that is what the majority of society has grown to believe, I feel like we're not able to make educated decisions about what we want to pursue if we don't actually know what the potential is. Well, when I was first starting this, I had no idea what the potential was. I always just saw YouTube as a fun thing to do. But I feel like the thing about YouTube as a job is that it is not the same across the board. In the way that you could look up what the average brain surgeon makes, it is very different for YouTubers. So today I'm gonna show you guys what YouTube paid me in 2025 because some videos made thousands and some couldn't pay for a coffee. So before we actually get into the numbers, one of the most important things to understand is RPM. If you haven't heard of RPM before, it stands for revenue per mille, AKA revenue per 1,000 views. And this is why that number matters. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that the views matter the most. Like, oh yes, this creator gets millions of views all the time. They must be making X amount of dollars. But for example, a video that gets 100,000 views with a $10 RPM and a video that gets 200,000 with a $5 RPM, they both get about $1,000. Same money, but one got half the amount of views. Well, then what makes the RPM go up and down? Well, let me show you my top 5 videos and you will see a pattern instantly. So just to clarify, these are not the top 5 best performing videos, they're the top 5 money makers. The fact that there is a difference is honestly just crazy to begin with. So number 5 on the list, I already find very interesting. I posted it on December 21st. I just posted it so close to the end of the year, it didn't have a lot of time to grow in 2025. So I'm impressed, but honestly, I'm not really surprised. With barely 1,000 views and an RPM of almost $13, it earned $1,300. Not too bad. A $13 RPM is pretty solid. Now this is where things start to get interesting. So number 4 on the list was a Q&A that I did that has more views than the previous video we just talked about. Total amount of views in 2025 was 155,000, yet the revenue is lower. What? And why is that? So even though this video did get more views, the RPM on the previous video was around $13 and this one was $7.99. And now it's time for number 3. I find this next one to be so interesting because it has been in my top 5 for 3 consecutive years. The video is titled Working on a Cruise Ship, Expectations versus Reality, which is an evergreen concept. But I think one of the main reasons it ended up getting a lot of traction this year particularly was because the Daily Mail did a random article titled Cruise Worker Reveals Free-for-All Dating Scene on Cruise Ships. I posted that video like 2.5 years ago, but okay. But I think that is the thing I really like about YouTube though, because if something is searchable or if you're looking for something in particular, it just survives longer. I'm not complaining. Since published in December of 2023, it has received over 800,000 views, but in 2025 alone, it has reached 297,767 views. In this year alone, this video has produced $1,493, but as you may have noticed, the view count was way higher. So what happened? Average revenue in 2025, $5.02. In comparison to the $13, it's pretty sad. This texture is looking so nice. Look at that. Now back to number 2. My second highest income earner in 2025 was my solo cruise to Thailand. Honestly, I love this video so much. I did a cruise from Singapore for my birthday in early 2025 and it was amazing. And it also got a decent amount of views. So the RPM for this particular video is $7.09 for 300,000 views and earned approximately $2.1 thousand. So far, this is the first video breaking the 2,000, so this is very exciting. But which video is number 1? For a little bit of background context, I think it is very important as a content creator to not attach your value to your work at all. I think you can observe trends objectively, but to feel like the amount of viewership that your video got means like you are more or less valuable, completely irrelevant. I hate that mindset. When I was first starting out, I will say that that was something that I had to combat, but I feel like I'm pretty good about it now. With that being said, however, this number 1 video was like one of my worst performing videos when it first came out. On the YouTube analytics home screen, whenever you post a new video, it will always rank it in comparison to your top 10 most recent videos. And this one for me was a 10. It was not looking good. I don't expect every video to outperform the other one, but you know, when it's a 10, you're like, oh, like this one really didn't resonate, and that is totally fine. But now, are you guys ready for the top performer? It is 7 days on Japan's most luxurious cruise ship. In 2025, it got 186,000 views with an RPM of 12.5. That is pretty great. Let's see. Ooh, way too sticky. Like I mentioned before, it was a slow start, but what is something that all 4 of these videos have in common? That's right, cruise videos. Overall, I would say lifestyle vlogs have some of the lowest RPMs, but for anything travel related, cruises, hotels, advertisers are often willing to spend more because they know that someone is trying to plan a vacation. But wait a second. That was just the long form content, you guys. So in past years, my long form and short form content actually made the same amount of money. So how did it go this year? Spoiler alert, shorts do not earn as much money. So even though I got 17 million views in 2025, it doesn't really make a difference. Since we've been in the habit of talking about RPM today, the average RPM of a short video is only, oh my gosh, okay. That's pretty sad. 23 cents. That's crazy. Not gonna lie, there's definitely been some times where I question if it's worth it to continue with shorts, but to know, this is what shorts are actually used for. I feel like I owe the whole reason that I grew so quickly in the span of about a year to shorts specifically. In my opinion, I feel like shorts bring people to your channel. You may not get paid as much from it, but that's okay. But after all of this, the question still remains. After all of this, top performing videos, millions of shorts views, how much did YouTube pay me? In total, for all of 2025, I earned $29,725.79. So is it worth it? Probably not. But because YouTube is part of a bigger strategy beyond just ad revenue, yes. Oh, these are lovely. Could probably go in the freezer longer. Matcha protein balls. Very good. So here are my biggest takeaways from 2025. RPM matters more than views. I feel like something I'm still discovering is finding a balance between the things that I want to do and the things that make sense from a business perspective. Because at the end of the day, I do this because I love it. Like, I'd never started YouTube to make money. I started YouTube because I love videos, I love editing, and I love being able to connect with people all over the world and share and inspire others. But technically, if I make better choices in terms of the topics that I cover, it's ultimately better for my business and my ability to achieve those goals. Next, shorts build an audience, long form gains income. I don't think you need both, but I think it is definitely helpful. Not only do the RPMs vary based on the topic, it also depends on the time of year. So keep that in mind. And lastly, YouTube may not pay the bills, but it is just one piece of a bigger pie. I would love to hear your thoughts below if it was higher or lower than what you originally expected. I do think it was about the same thing last year, so not much has changed in terms of YouTube AdSense revenue. We'll see what happens next year. But I hope this was helpful or interesting in whatever way it serves you. I don't have too many sit down and chat videos, but I do actually really like them because it gives me an opportunity to just connect with you guys, and that is the whole point of this. Like, I love this so much. It's about the art, it's about the community, it's getting to share this all with you guys, to meet you guys in person on my trips. It's currently the start of 2026 and I'm not 100% sure what all of the adventures will look like for this year, but I'm really excited to share them with you guys and hope that you follow along. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Come on, open.